Hello! Yesterday I did a very stupid thing. I caught myself over-explaining my action to someone else, and I just felt drained doing that. So I said to myself, this is a great topic for a video. In today's video, we talk about the importance of stopping over-explaining ourselves to other people. First, you need to understand something. We are all different. We don't have the same age. We don't come from the same country. We don't have the same moral values. We don't have the same education. So if you explain yourself to your action to another person, the person won't understand it. I will give you an example. I do pole dance. And even though I try to explain to everyone that I don't do it for the male gaze, they still do not understand it, because for them, showing your body is provocation. Showing your body is because you want to be seen by men. They don't see the fact that it's art. They don't see the fact that it's sport. They just see you are showing your body. So if you speak and you just over-explain and just you explain yourself, your next move and everything to these people, they won't understand you. The only thing you will lose is yourself, explaining yourself, because it will go from here to whoop, there, which means that it will come to their mind and just leave, because you cannot change in few weeks, in few months, a whole life of another person. The person has lived this life for years, sometimes for 50 years, if you are talking about your grandparents or an older person. And you are here trying to change in a conversation how the person will think. It's a really stupid thing to do, because people don't want to understand something. There is a difference between debating with someone and trying to explain yourself and your move. People will take some things you do personally, even though it's not your intention. And if you explain yourself and your move to this person, you will just stop acting, because you will be just always thinking about your feelings toward this person. Another thing, I don't know if it happened to you, but it always happened to me when I try to explain myself to someone. When I try, like texting, explaining myself to someone, I feel so bad after sending those texts, like because I like send big paragraph and I'm like, you are giving away your power. Like, you see, when you are exchanging with people, when you are talking with people, when you are even like getting mad with a person, giving emotional power to this person, you are entering into an energy exchange. And sometimes when you explain yourself and when you over-explain yourself, even though you did nothing bad, you will feel drained. You will feel like you lose your power. You know, sometimes I feel ashamed of doing things, and I realize that I'm not ashamed. It's not my shame. I'm just carrying the shame of everyone around me. You know, when people, they will give you feelings and it's not yours. Sometimes you need to sit with yourself and be like, is it my feeling? Do I feel this way? Or is it someone else's feeling? Because a lot of the time I'm feeling shamed, I'm feeling drained, and it's not my feelings, you know. You need to realize something. When you exchange with someone and you are over-explaining yourself, you are giving your power, you are giving your cards away to this person, because the person will be like, okay, am I that important? Like, am I so important because this person is literally explaining to me her action? Some people will get triggered by things you are doing because they dream of doing it. And in my case with the pole dance, I think that a lot of people are ashamed to do it because they have this feeling of, okay, even women, like, okay, if I do this, I am a bad woman and won't marry me because I show my body. And when they see other women doing it, they're so triggered, you know. A lot of women came to me and said to me, what you are doing is not good. People are carrying things and they're trying to give it to you. They're trying to give you fear. They're trying to give you shame. They're trying to give you embarrassment. And you need to realize that it's not your emotion. You need to realize this. That's why it's so important to not enter into an energy exchange when you know that it will be negative, because after a fight, you need to focus on yourself and be like, why am I feeling so drained? Are you feeling drained because you're tired? Are you feeling drained because you did something bad? Or are you feeling drained because you give your power to another person? This is a really important question. No one talks about how you feel lonely when you level up. Yeah, once you level up and you change your life, no one is around you. Why? Because you have unlocked a new level in your life. You were here and you went here. So your reaction is, I want people around me. So you're trying to take everyone's hands with you and you are trying to put them in your life. But what is happening is that people are now hating you. But why are they hating you? Because you are secretly showing them a new way of living, and maybe they are not ready for that, or maybe they don't want to change their way of living. So they will hate you and they will shame you for changing. You know why? Because some people, they don't want to level up. And it's hard, because no one wants to admit that they're insecure. No one wants to admit that they need to do something better. It's hard. And I took years to admit that I needed to change. 10 years to stop drinking. 6 years to start loving myself and having boundaries. So yeah, it takes decades to change. So when you want to bring everyone to your level and you are trying to explaining a new way of living to people, you will realize that they don't want to understand you, and they maybe will gaslight you and tell you that what you are currently doing is bad, even though you are proud of yourself. You are proud of what you are doing. You are proud of changing. You are proud of quitting a habit, quitting an addiction, starting a new sport, traveling, having a new goal, start your business. And when you explain your new way of living to other people, they will make you feel like you are a fool. Trying to bring other people to your level is a really bad thing to do. You need to let them want to change. You need to wait for them, because one day maybe they will want to change, but you cannot take their hands and show them a way of changing, because it means that it's a really bad thing to do, because it means that you are literally telling them that the way they are living is not a good way and they can level up. So of course they will be triggered, because you are literally telling them you need to level up. You can do better. And no one wants to hear that. Oversharing and over-explaining your next move is something really dangerous, because when you explain something to someone, you are collecting other people's opinions. So you have several opinions because you are sharing your life, you are sharing personal stuff, you are sharing your goals, you are sharing your dreams, you are sharing what you like with other people. So you have different opinions, but sometimes you are sharing because you want to talk, you want to share, you want to connect with people, and you just have their opinion. So you are stuck with tons of opinions that are not yours. And sometimes there is this voice in your head where you're like, okay, is this me or is this another person's opinion? I know a lot of the time I did things that I never wanted to do, and I did them because I was influenced by people. So the healthier thing to do, I think, is to not share with people until it's done. I don't talk about my next YouTube video to other people, because I know that if I start talking with people, they will give me advice, and I know it comes from a good place to give me advice. It's a very positive thing, but sometimes I don't need this advice, because a lot of the advice of other people, they are based on their own experience, on their own fears, on their own past. So you need to realize something. We all have a different life. We all have a different past. And your fear might not be the fear of another person. Like I'm afraid of a lot of things in my life. Like, for example, my biggest fear is dogs. I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable around dogs. Like, they scare me. I don't like dogs. And a lot of people, they love dogs and they have dogs. So we all have different fears and life and opinions. So once you share your opinion and your life and your goal with other people, you have this voice. And I will give you an example. For example, I feel now uncomfortable of sharing my pole dance journey, but at first it came from a really good place, because I was so proud of doing pole dance. I was so proud of sharing my art, and I was very proud of myself. But now I feel afraid of sharing it, because I realize that other people have opinion, and now that I know their opinion, it's in my head, like it's super horrible. Like, that's why I don't want to know other people's opinion, because they will share things. You need to realize the importance of exchanging your opinion with another person. When you have different value, different background, different opinion, and you exchange with other people, they will make you think that your opinions are not legitimate. When a person is explaining to me for hours how doing pole dance, dancing in a bikini is a really bad thing, it's very hard for me as a person. You need to be super strong to realize that what you are doing is not bad. You need to love yourself. You need to trust yourself, because once every people come to you and have different opinion and they share this with you, if you are not confident, you lose yourself and you act in a way that is a people-pleasing way. You act in a way that is not what you really want because you want to please this person, because you will feel not legitimate of doing something. If a lot of people are around you, if a lot of people support you, if a lot of people act you, it's because you are pleasing everyone, because it's impossible to please everyone. Like, in some way, someone needs to disagree with you. Because if everyone agree with you, it means that you are not taking risk, you are doing what everyone expects to you, and a lot of people are not dreaming big. The best thing to do when you are caught oversharing, over-explaining yourself, giving a lot of justification to your behavior is to stop doing it. Like, sometimes I do it and I talk, and then once I stop talking, I feel so drained. So I'm like, okay, I need to cancel this text. And a lot of times when I over-explain something, I just delete the text like maybe 2 minutes after, because I feel so bad of doing it, because I know that it's unnecessary. Because when you feel drained about something, when you act and you feel drained just after that, it's because you did something bad and something that you did not want it to do, and that you are doing it because you want to justify yourself, because you don't want to lose people and you don't want people to get mad about something. But you need to stop doing that. Okay, you need to stop doing that. You need to be okay with what you are doing. And the most important relationship, and I know a lot of people disagree with that, the most important relationship in your life will be with you. Because everyone can come to you. Because everyone can come to you and say to you, you are a bad person, you did that. You did that you have this in your past, you did that in your past. You are doing this, look at you, look at yourself, look at what you are doing. If you are not okay with yourself, if you're not able to look at yourself in a mirror and say to yourself, I am proud of you, you are in a very bad position and very dangerous position, because you will try to please everyone, and you will try to suppress yourself, and you will try to go against yourself and go against your value and go against what you believe in just to please everyone and to fit in. This is a really dangerous thing. You need to maintain this relationship with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can lose everyone. You can lose everyone. There's not a single person in this earth who can't go against you. Not a single person. Everyone can go against you one day. So you need to be okay with what you are doing, and you need to love yourself and protect yourself and shield this relationship with yourself, and just like love yourself. You can love others, but you need also, it's very important to love yourself, because if you do not love yourself, you have nothing to give to others. So recently, I'm just spending a lot of time with myself, taking myself on trips. 2 days ago, I went alone in a cocktail place to drink a mocktail just with myself, and I remember the staff asked me like, how many are you? And I was like, just myself, I'm just me alone. And it's really important to do this and be able to sit with yourself, to be able to sit with your action, and just embrace who you are as a person and protect this relationship. Like, it's really important, protect this relationship with yourself. Love yourself, take care of yourself. I hope you liked this video, and I see you soon for my next one. Bye bye.